Hello, I'm Kathy Lewis,
And I'm Deborah Baccarella.
and today we're going to give you 7 tips for preparing your house for sale.
One of the first things is the first impressions. You should treat your house just like a buyer would treat it. So when you are listing your home for sale, the first thing I'd suggest is take a walk up to the front door. See if the palm tree is hitting you in the face as you walk by. Make sure there's not mold on the sidewalk that your buyer is going to slip on. Change the hardware on the front door. Look at your landscaping. If you need to paint the front door, whatever you need to do, because that's where the buyer is going to decide whether they even want to walk into your house.
Absolutely. And the second thing is declutter. Remove all the toys or the bikes or the old gym equipment or whatever you have that's cluttering up your yard. Go into your house and then look at it. Look in the closets. Look in the cupboards. If you have things that are just cluttering up everything, get rid of it.
We've talked about that a lot, that you need to make storage in your house because a buyer is going to look at it from the perspective that will their stuff fit in the house. So now is the time to donate, give away, put in storage, and get rid of it.
Start packing everything up. Put the boxes in the garage if you have to, but keep the house clean and neat.
Absolutely. Then we get into removing the excess furniture once you get inside of the house, which would be a form of staging. You want to create nice vignettes within the house where a buyer could envision their stuff and envision themselves in that particular house. So getting rid of the excess furniture, taking a new fresh set of towels and putting it in the bathroom, getting rid of your personal items that are in the house so when the buyer walks through, they can envision their family photo there in the house.
Right. And the other thing is the house needs to be sparkling clean. So cleanliness is next to godliness when it comes to listing your house and showing it to buyers. Because they're going to look in the corners and they're going to see the little dust bunnies hanging around. So make sure that everything is sparkling clean.
Absolutely. And it also helps because there's so many foreclosures on the market right now and short sales that are not in good condition. So when they walk into your home and it's in great condition, it makes a huge difference in the buyer's mind.
And the next thing is repair and replace. Go through the house and inspect it just like you might be a building inspector. And look for the leaky faucets, look for light switches that aren't working, and that kind of thing. And if it's not working, repair it or replace it. Something very important in this market is the 4-point inspection. Right now, a buyer cannot get insurance, so they can't buy your house. If they can't get insurance, then they can't get a mortgage. So the 4-point inspection covers the roof, the electrical, the plumbing, and the air conditioning. So it really would behoove you to go ahead and get an inspection beforehand and to make sure that all those things are repaired before you put the house on the market.
Absolutely. And if it's something that perhaps you can't afford to make the repair, you can at least disclose it to the buyer and adjust for it in the price so that you're aware up front rather than being surprised once you get to the contract and then having it fall apart because it doesn't
Great point.
inspect.
Great point. And the last thing is creating a really nice ambiance for your buyer. So light, bright houses sell really well. Open area is a term that we see all the time in the MLSs and multiple listing systems. Have some nice subtle scents, nothing overpowering. Also eliminate the odors like the doggy odors or the smoking odors. And maybe some soft music would be nice.
Absolutely. And make sure you open all the windows. And sometimes you may even need to take the screens off of the windows or open the awnings up, take away the shutters, something that might be causing the house to look dark. So the lighting is important to make sure it looks light and bright. And then finally, adjusting your attitude, because I think once your house is on the market, it is not your home anymore. It belongs to the market. It belongs to the prospective buyer. So it has just become a house. You have to let go emotionally and adjust your attitude and prepare it for the new buyer.
And one way to do that might be to go ahead through the house and take pictures of the house and then self-critique.
Exactly, so that you could go through and look at it from a buyer's perspective. That's also a good idea when we were talking about removing the clutter and editing your collections, to go through and look at it from a buyer's perspective. And there are also homes that are on the market that are of great value that they don't want their valuables showing in the photographs that are on the MLS. So now's the time to take away those valuables and go ahead and pack them away, put them in the safety deposit box, or go ahead and take them down. Same idea with if it's your favorite chandelier and you're not going to leave it with the house. Now's the time to replace that chandelier and put it away and replace it with something that the buyer can have, because sure enough, the buyer will walk in and they will want your grandmother's chandelier.
Very true. Okay, so just to summarize our 7 tips in our real estate segment for this week is: first impressions count, declutter, make everything as clean as possible, stage it, repair and replace, create an ambiance, and adjust your perspective. Thank you for joining us today.